Hello everyone again. This is Aaron Kleinerman from beautiful Hummingbird Temple in Laguna Beach. I'm here with my good friend, Dr. Deb. Hello, Dr. Deb. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
And we'll give you a quick little tour of our beautiful space here. If you're down here in Laguna, be sure to reach out to Dr. Deb. She is a gifted healer, amazing psychologist, and a longtime friend of my own. And what we've been talking about this past day is this divine, is this oneness that sometimes we're living in and out of, sometimes that we're aware of. And what does this oneness exist as? What does that mean? Sometimes it's in this loofy, goofy kind of airy-fairy world that people are talking about. But really, when it comes down to it, what does that mean to be one with your neighbor, to be one with the person walking down the street, and to really feel, to understand, to comprehend, to feel it inside your body and your soul, how that exists as, what that exists as, and really to honor and appreciate that. And part of doing that is beginning to say, well, in my daily life, how can I push my comfort zone to allow my soul to evolve, to allow my spirit to evolve, to allow me to have a greater understanding of the world around me. And one of the things we were discussing, as I mentioned in the blog that it's attached to this, is this essence of, well, if I see something outside myself, if I have a fear, a prejudice, a judgment, something that I see somebody doing that they're harming somebody, and I think, well, that can't be me, that's not part of my existence, then you're not recognizing that oneness. Because as we exist inside this human experience, if we are in fact these spiritual beings having this human form, walking in and out of life, then the more that we recognize those characteristics and own that inside our own life, then we can begin to alleviate the fears, alleviate the judgments, let go of the resentment, let go of all those things that hold us down from achieving our own greatness. And so a very simplified tool, again, very, very simple, I don't like to get too crazy in depth in any of this, is just to look at a very specific characteristic of something that happens to you today, not tomorrow, but today. Look at your life, your experiences, your emotions, and say, well, what did I judge about that person? Maybe it was somebody in the shopping line who cut you in line. Maybe it was somebody who you saw walking down the street and they were having a yelling conversation with their beloved. And that struck up something inside of you. Look at that. Honor that. See what that emotional attraction, see what that emotional thing that's coming out of you is, and honor it. And say, well, what is that I'm seeing, and how can I begin to recognize how that which I'm seeing outside of me is really inside of me, is no longer here, but is actually here. Because in doing that, and beginning to let go of all those things that are not us, but really are us, we can begin to push that envelope of our comfort zone, begin to push that space that allows us to evolve, that allows us to step forth in any place in the world. I've been to some amazing places all over, and just to step forth with my hat, with my bag, and say, okay, here I am. I'm not going to judge those people for doing things other than outside of what I'm used to. I'm going to appreciate them. I'm going to love them. I'm going to recognize how they can actually allow me to grow, to evolve, to push what I know as my own boundaries of my life. And that's what this is really about. This is about a daily process, and you can make it an hourly process, but the more that you are keenly aware of how you're being emotionally triggered, then the more that allows you to go inside and recognize how that emotion serves you, serves your inner work, serves that space that allows you to evolve. And as we get in deeper, as we go in day by day, hour by hour, week by week, take the time to breathe, to meditate, and just to feel, to understand, see where your soul is leading you to. Because really, at the end of the day, it's to your own greatness. There's an intelligence inside of you that's waiting to come out. And let that be today. Have a beautiful day.
Mentality.